The style and groove of Berlin, the cultural beating heart of Germany, is where East meets West. The city, which only several decades ago was left in ruins by World War II, arose as a multicultural phoenix from the once national ashes.
Berlin is filled with artists and filled with musicians, so it makes making a music ensemble easier than other places in Germany.
Israeli musician Yuval Halpern was contacted by Iranian Babak Shafian, who told him he would like to create a music ensemble combining Jewish Israeli and Persian Iranian musicians.
At first I thought, okay, a guy from Iran contacting me, maybe he wants to kidnap me, maybe he's a terrorist. But then I thought, well, I googled him a bit and I thought, well, I'll just give it a try.
And that's how Sista Nagila was born. Consisting of Iranians and Israelis who communicate through music, its hybrid name originates from the southern Iranian county of Sistan, which almost naturally completes the Jewish folk song Hava Nagila.
For me, it was fascinating because before Sista Nagila, I've never had any Israeli friends. This is why I was glad to take part in this project. Through the media, it's easy to believe that Iranians and Israelis will always be in conflict, but they are interested in each other.
Welcoming artists from all nationalities, Berlin has become an artistic melting pot.
It allows us to do something that we could not do in other places because it's kind of a no man's land, you know, it's not Israel and it's not Iran.
Yesterday I met a new ensemble from Israel. They play klezmer music, and I suddenly realized that almost all my friends in Berlin are Israeli.
Arts and culture thrive in Berlin, but also a mindset of coexistence and dialogue. Here in the neighborhood of Neukölln, which is where a rabbi once proclaimed was a no-go area for Israelis and Jews because of the high population of Muslims, a joint effort was established.
At the beginning we were 4 people of Jewish and Arabic backgrounds, and now we have almost 100 people who work at the group in different ways of all various cultural and religious backgrounds.
Armin Langer's Salam Shalom initiative, celebrating its one-year anniversary, tries to address issues of both conflict and coexistence. Ido from Israel and Laila, who has Palestinian roots, both take part in the project.
In Germany, sometimes you can see the similarity between the Jews and the Arabs more than you can see it in Israel. There's really a systematic separation and differentiation of the two communities.
You never interact with the other person, so you will always see him as the other and not as a person like yourself, having the same wishes, the same thoughts and feelings.
Intentionally focusing on the so-called other, they believe starting a dialogue between people in Germany of all places is the right way, if not the solution itself.
We try to make a good society here and a good connection here in Berlin.
I think it's also really important if you start talking together, not to do it on the political issues at first, because you always have a different opinion. No matter how close you are, you always have a different opinion. So you have to start off at another level.
But is there really a recipe for peace? Siska Jansen and her cooking initiative are still trying to figure it out. Siska, a half-Dutch, half-Indonesian living in Germany, is trying to bring Israelis and Palestinians closer together.
Cooking brings people together. Also eating together, also with other people, inviting other people to learn what the Middle East cooking is all about.
The Cooking for Peace initiative aims to connect Israelis, Palestinians and other nationalities by focusing on similarities like food rather than political differences.
I don't believe a lot in politicians anymore. The only people who can make a difference are the normal people like you and me, who are cooking together, who are eating together.
Inspired by the despair on both sides, Siska and her volunteers from Turkey and Pakistan to Hungary and Venezuela work together on benefits. All donations go to the Parent Circle, some 600 bereaved Israeli and Palestinian families who lost loved ones as a result of the Middle East conflict.
They're just people from, your neighbors who lost somebody and who just want to have peace in their lives.
How
about reactions back home?
Yes, of course it's necessary to be cautious, but Iran, maybe people can't believe and think it's dangerous. It's not all like that. We're just making music, not politics.
After performing in a synagogue and concert halls, the group is now set for their new venture.
This crowdfunding is to record our first album with our own music. We have no finances behind us. We are doing everything ourselves.
As much as they try to leave politics aside, the group understands there is a political statement by merely working and performing together.
I hope that someday in the future there won't be any problems between the two countries and we could visit Israel and Israelis could visit Iran, and perhaps we could perform there.
Until then, Sister Nagila is all about creating music together, conveying a very simple message.
Music brings people together. Music builds a bridge between cultures, and to show the world that it's better to make music than war.
And to those who call it naive or euphoric, Armin has an answer.
These conflicts don't exist in Berlin. We build the bridges instead of the walls.
As coexistence in the Middle East is becoming a distant dream, it just might be that only on foreign land, and perhaps specifically on Berlin soil, a new form of friendship can emerge. Beyond the black history in the past, there is an alternative present, which is very difficult to find in Tel Aviv or in Tehran, but is already happening here in this city. Shachar Peled, i24news, Berlin.